Hey guys, Tim7 here, and I'm recording this video while we're about 4 hours away from being able to play Cyberpunk. So, yeah, I'm finding ways to fill the time. Looking forward to that. Anyways, um, topic on this one. So, Cold War Season 1 delayed by, what is it, like a week? Or, yeah, something like a week. Um, Not that big of a deal because, again, context, I want to play Cyberpunk this week anyways. Um, so not a big deal to me, and like a week isn't that long. But I didn't want to talk about the delay in this video. That's just like kind of informative. What I want to talk about is something that we learned with the delay, and that's that raid. From Treyarch from their Twitter, so should be confirmed unless something really bad happens. Seems to be coming back, so we're gonna have raid in Cold War, um, and I wanted to talk about how exciting that is and the opportunities that could open up from that in this video. Gameplay in the background is a pretty close solo hardpoint game that I had. I don't think I was. No, I wasn't playing with anybody in a party for this one. This was after like a long Apex sesh. I got in the game. I wanted to play a couple hardpoint games. First one didn't go too well, so this one I played really well, but my teammates did nothing. So this one I was pissed, and I wanted to make a statement here. Wanted to go off and get this dub by myself if I had to. So ends up being a pretty crazy game. So it should be a pretty fun gameplay to watch in the background as well. But anyways, so Raid, just to start things off with, I think it'll be a good map in this game. I think Raid is a map that, in this type of COD, with the pace that this game runs at, should play well, especially in a competitive setting. I don't see why it wouldn't work in a competitive setting in this game if it worked in Black Ops 2. I think it should work just fine in this game. And if there's one thing this game needed, not just for competitive, but just for the pubs as well, just in general, if there's one thing this game needed, it's maps. It definitely needs some more map selection. So, very excited that we have a good remake map. This is one that we didn't get in Black Ops 4. Black Ops 4 mostly had Black Ops 1 remakes, from what I could recall, at least on release. I don't know, maybe the season pass was different, but at least with just the base game, Black Ops 4 was mostly Black Ops 1 remakes. I wanted to see more Black Ops 2 remakes because those are Black Ops 2 probably has my favorite map selection of any COD. So really happy to see Raid, and I hope that Raid shows that they're open to the possibility of adding in some other Black Ops 2 maps as well. Because there was a Black Ops 2 remake in the base game of Black Ops 4. I'm saying Black Ops a lot. I'm just going to start saying Blops. There was, it was Slums. And I like Slums a lot. Slums is probably it's probably my favorite map from Blops 2. So, big fan of that map. I just wanted to see more. So the fact that they're throwing Raid in here, that gives me hope that maybe we could see Slums again. Maybe we could see Standoff. I want some new maps too. Don't get me wrong. But if we got like a remake, like a really good remake map with every season, I would not be opposed to that at all. I wouldn't be. Especially again if they're the good ones. Like if they if they choose to remake a Blaps 2 map and it's like what's that one? Is it called Aftermath? The one that was like all destroyed and stuff like that, destroyed part of a town or whatever. Like that map's not bad, but it's just kind of like whatever. You know what I mean? It's not a bad map. It'd probably play well in this game, but it's not really like a map that you think of when you think Black Ops 2, even though I just did that. I was trying to think of maps that I don't, that don't come to mind at first. But yeah, it's not the first map that comes to mind when you think Black Ops 2. It's like the 6th or 7th or something like that. You know what I mean? Like if they come out with that, then I'm gonna be kind of like, okay, it's probably better than new stuff that they come up with, but it's, I want to see if we're gonna get remakes, I want to see the best of the best. So Raid is a really good starting point because that it was arguably the best map in Black Ops 2. I think everybody could agree that it's at least top 3, at least. So I don't think too many people are going to be disappointed with seeing Raid added in here. I would like to see, again, I would like to see Standoff as well. I'd like to see Slums. And if we get to the point, seeing some of those like tier 2 maps wouldn't be too bad either. Like Hijacked would probably be a fun pub map. The other boat map that they had in Black Ops 2 was kind of fun. I can't remember what it's called. Carrier? I think Carrier sounds correct. That one would be fun too. But yeah, if we get to that point, I wouldn't mind seeing a couple of those more mid-tier maps, or maybe even stuff from Blops 1. It would be cool if they could find a way to make maps from Blops 3 work. If they could like remaster them and find a way to make some of those maps work, boots in the ground. I don't know how easy that would be, and I don't know if people would even want that, but I think that would be cool if possible, if they already have ideas for that. I think that'd be a cool thing to explore, but you never know. I think some of those maps could possibly work with just some like minor adjustments. Some of them would be a little tough. Like evac, for example, would be a tough one. I mean, just the amount of wall runs you could do on that map was just kind of like, it's kind of what you thought of when you played that map. You think about all the wall runs you could do in the middle of the map and on the side, stuff like that. And it would play a lot different without it. But other maps like Fringe, I mean, Fringe would certainly play different, but you remove the wall running and, I don't know, you don't have to do too many adjustments to the map, and it'd just be a boots on the ground map. I don't know. Maybe it'd work. Could add some cover, tweak some things. Be interesting. Be interesting. I'd be interested in seeing that happen at some point, but it probably won't happen. It probably won't happen. It'll probably just, if they do remakes, it'll probably just be Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2. Maybe World at War. I doubt it. I doubt that too, but maybe. But either way, if it's like one a season, I'm cool with it. I'm looking forward to stuff like that. I think it'll be good for pubs. I think it'll be great for competitive needs. Definitely needs some more maps to work with in this game for sure. And I think that those old map pools are a good place for them to start. Because it could definitely use some help. And they need to be open to, I think I might have talked about this in another video already, but they need to be open to letting that happen as well, to allowing DLC maps in. That shouldn't be as big of an issue these days, with the fact that, you know, everybody gets it. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. It's not like it's locked behind a paywall or anything. But yeah, so anyways, moving on from there, looking forward to Raid. Another thing I'm looking forward to, well, we've already had this confirmed with the roadmap, but I'm looking forward to Gunfight coming back. I'm really curious to see what Treyarch's take on Gunfight is going to be, you know, as far as the maps go, as far as the mode goes. Like, are they going to change it? Is Gunfight going to have regen? Is it going to be, you know, are you going to be able to see everybody's health the same? Like, is it going to be the exact same, or are there going to be some adjustments there? I don't know. Personally, I don't really care either way. I would like to see some adjustments. I would like to see something like adding regen to mix it up and, you know, separate it from MW Gunfight. At the same time, if it's just like MW Gunfight, I liked it. That was like, Gunfight was like the only arena style mode that I liked in MW, that I genuinely liked. Other than that, the only thing I really liked playing in that game was Ground War, and that was about it. So yeah, either way, I'm excited for Gunfight. Again, personally, I would like to see them do a little twist on it, but I think it'll be good for the game. The maps, I'm curious to see the maps they released, or I don't know if they released it or if it was a leak. This one might have been a leak. Like images of like 4 different maps, and, you know, who knows how many of those are Gunfight maps, and who knows what they're gonna do with the Gunfight maps too. Like, are they gonna take portions of the 6v6 maps and, you know, restrict them a little bit, make them Gunfight maps? Are all the Gunfight maps going to be their own thing? Because, you know, like Nuketown, for example, could very easily be a Gunfight map. I feel like I think you could just put in Nuketown and it'd just be good. So certain stuff like that would work. But, you know, that certainly wouldn't work for every 6v6 map. Crossroads is another one. I feel like Crossroads, you could just have like basic Crossroads and it'd be a decent Gunfight map. But that's obviously not going to work for every 6v6 map. So I don't know. I'm curious to see what they do. Let me know what you guys think what they will do, and what you think they should do. Personally, I just want to see a mix. See some 6v6 stuff in there like they did with MW, like how they put Rust and Shipment in Gunfight, and, you know, have some actual maps built for it too. And I would like to see similar map design to MW's Gunfight as well, because MW's 6v6 map design was garbage, just absolutely terrible. But the 2v2 Gunfight maps, I don't think they were that bad for the most part. There were some Gunfight maps I didn't like too much, like the one that they added in later on with like the trenches and stuff. That one was kind of lame, in my opinion. What was the one that everybody Hill? Oh my God! Don't even get me started on that. Hill was awful. That map was terrible. So like, not every map in the Gunfight pool for MW hit the mark, but most of them were pretty decent. Like King was pretty decent, pretty straightforward. Stack was the same way. Pine wasn't too bad. What's the one I'm forgetting? Speedball. Speedball was like the most popular one. Speedball was sweet. And there's more that I'm forgetting too. Docks wasn't terrible. Most of those Gunfight maps I actually thought were decent, which is crazy. It felt like they were designed by a different team than the 6v6 maps. Honestly, they probably were. They had to be, right? Yeah, they had to be. There's no way. Maybe the 6v6 team designed Hill. maybe they got the 6v6 team to come in for Hill and, you know, just had a separate team for the rest of the Gunfight maps. I believe that. Josie Cott himself built Hill. But anyways, enough memeing. And they stick with that similar map design. I'd like it too. But that's all I really have for this one. Just looking forward to Season 1, looking forward to those maps, looking forward to those modes, and seeing what else they do in the future. And I hope it sets a good precedent. I hope Season 1 is a good starting point. I genuinely really want Treyarch to hit the nail on the head and just put this game off to a strong start with the post-launch content. So we'll see what they do. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you next time.